Six-figure fantasy. You know, there are plenty of people out here who do make six figures. I just want to know, how can I be down? You know, like, the occupations where people are making that kind of money, what's it going to take to be part of that crowd? That's what I want to know. You're listening to Devil Tongue and Phantom Other.
Hello.
On Spreaker.com. www.spreaker.com. You can follow us on Spreaker, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Skype, Snapchat, YouTube, Words of Friends, devil.tongue@gmail.com. You know, broadcasting itself is a career field that pays very well. Depends on the market you're in. But there are plenty of journalists in the game who make well over seven figures. You know, they're in the $1 million salary range. But when I say six-figure fantasy, I'm not saying that you can't make or earn that kind of money. What I'm saying is that depending on your choice of employment, so to speak, will determine whether you're earning six figures or even close to it. Because most of the jobs, market-wise, whether it's New York, whether it's Los Angeles, Chicago, they're not advertising that type of salary for the position that you're applying to. Good example, if you become a school teacher, and I'm talking, you know, unionized, you may earn well between 50 and 60 to start. Maybe not. You know.
Well, how much do they earn in the end?
It's hard to say. I know principals make six figures, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
But not
and superintendents, too.
Right, superintendents.
And guess what? I didn't realize that there's more than one superintendent.
Okay.
I didn't know that. I thought it was only one superintendent, like the head honcho, but no, there's the head person, and then there's multiple miniature superintendents that go around, like, I guess in little, like, clusters in certain districts that they do. Okay. So I learned that out. You know, that's something that I learned. Because, I mean, I'm not really that big into the school system, but someone taught me something. Okay.
Same thing with law enforcement. Good example. Suffolk County Police make way more than NYPD. MTA Police make really, really good money. Port Authority Police make really, really good money. You know, but a lot of that has to do with taxes, and the rest has to do with politics, I guess.
True. Well, you have to understand, too, is this. I'm assuming that Suffolk has a bigger, well, you know, they pay more taxes out there. Right. So they have a bigger pot to pay and put out for the police than they probably do for the New York City. Right. That's why I'm thinking, like, you know, remember, the Hamptons is out there. Hello. You know what I'm saying? Your Hamptons is the big part of, like, Suffolk County. Come on.
True.
It's not like, you know, it's not like with New York where you say, like, okay, 50% of your 5 boroughs are the Hamptons. Right. You know, then the cops will probably be really getting paid really well.
Well, that's the hope. But when you look at what you're paying in rent, my question will always be, who's paying these damn rents? You know, if these landlords want like 3 times your salary for the rent, and let's say you're trying to get a 1-bedroom, but the 1-bedroom is as high as $1,600. Now, forget about your credit for the moment. You could have $700-800 credit, but they want you to have the rent money for your first month's rent, security deposit, and whatever. And I can tell you honestly, I don't make that, not yet.
No, but you know what it is? With the rent business, it's more about dollars and cents. People who are renting, they just want their money. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
All they want is good tenants and their money. They're not thinking about what it takes for that person to scrape up that money. They're not looking at what it takes or what sacrifice that person had to do to get that money. They're like, yo, this is what we ask for. This is what we want. Yo, you have it or you don't. Because guess what? If you don't have it, there's somebody out there who will.
And that's always the case. But see, when it comes to rent stabilization and rent control, they are trying so hard to do away with that and make everything a free market.
You know what's funny about that? It's sad. That's how I feel about it. I feel that you live in a city where it's not affordable for everybody to live. Why you don't have affordable housing? I believe in that 100%. Now, I'm not saying that you should have the projects. No. But you should have a building like the projects for those people who can afford higher rent than people who live in the projects, and for them to live, suitable. I don't mean to diss the PJs, because y'all be up there using the bathroom everywhere, and you know what I mean.
Stay on topic.
I know, but I'm just saying. At least if you have a building with, like rent stabilized, but not project rent stabilized, these are people who are actually are working. I'm not saying people in project are not working, but you know what I'm talking about. Well, you have to fall into a certain criteria like you do for these lottos, that they should have buildings strictly for them. Granted, they do. I know you do, because I've seen them around in the neighborhood. But you don't have enough of them.
No, there definitely isn't enough of them.
All right, and the thing also is this: the same. I guess because it's too much money, but you should have the same program going on with the certain hotels that you charge people to be there. You hear what I'm saying? That they live in these hotels and you charge the hotels for their bodies to be there. You should do the same for apartments. Like, there's certain apartments out there that there's somebody who's hardworking that needs a place, whatever. Give them a chance to be there. And you know what? If you pay for people to be in a damn hotel, you should be paying for these people to be in an apartment.
They have been debating that for a very long time. Whereas, let's take a Days Inn. The rent that the city's paying for one night at the Days Inn, if you just apply that to housing, you're solving a problem. And I don't know why the city is doing what they do. So somebody's getting paid somewhere.
And I think that's what happens with the six figures, is that now it's getting ridiculous for everybody to get. It was funny. It trickles down to everybody. Because I get it. You're making six figures. There's somebody out there making 5 figures. There's somebody out there making only 4 figures.
Right.
But then what my thing is that I get the trickle, but then it's like the person that's making the 6 figures, they're either living in a beautiful home somewhere,
of course,
or they're living in a nice home somewhere, as in the person that's probably underneath you making the 5 figures is struggling.
There was a big, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, let's just say a big mess, for lack of a better word, involving Nisha. The head of Nisha stepped down because basically Nisha's not doing the job that they're supposed to be doing. People's apartments are really, really, really
jacked up. I've seen it on television.
And then on top of that, the people who run a Nisha, they live in the suburbs. They don't have to put up with that. But yet, no one's taking it seriously that,
Well, truthfully, nobody should be really living like that. Period. End of story.
Right.
Okay, and I understand that you might look at them and you think of them as beneath you. But they're still people and they still need to live. And you know what? These people have babies and families and seniors. And why should I be up there living in a house full of mold? Or my ceiling is coming apart, or I got leaks, or I got, things growing that are not supposed to be there in the wall. Like, why is that? That's not fair to me.
Of course not. But you know what? Because I'll just say I'm the head of Nisha. Because that's not my reality and I don't care. Hey, I'm gonna make this 6 figures, and you You fend for yourself the best way you can.
You know what's sad about that? I hate people who like to take the job because of the money and the prestige, but don't want to do the responsibilities.
Right, and that's a lot of people and a lot of jobs.
That's a lot of people and that's a lot of jobs, and that sucks. Don't take the job. But guess what? You're so greedy because you want the money so bad. And since the way you look at it is like, just I do the bare minimum, and I'm just like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and you do enough so that you don't get caught or you don't get reported. But you know what? It's all right, because you know what? Whatever comes around goes around. Because one day that same person that's beneath you, you're gonna need that hookup, that help, that I don't know, that's something that you're gonna need. And you know what? They're gonna give you the same response you give them. Yo, we'll see.
You know what? Right now, y'all listening to Laquan in the background. Now it's the B turn. So everybody rise up. All right? Devil Tongue and Phantom Oven, we're definitely going to rise above this for a better tomorrow.
I hope so.
Oh, don't hope. Believe it. Believe you will achieve. I want that 6-figure salary, and I'm going to get that 6-figure salary. I may have to hit the lotto to do it. But that's not a salary. That's a windfall.
You sound like this was a video game. It's like, you gotta believe. You gotta believe.
No, I'm just saying, there's a lot of professions out here that pay well, but you want to get paid well, or you want to get paid very well. I want to get paid very well. A lot of them are supervisory positions, but I'm just saying, because it's hard living out here in these major cities, and it's getting hard to live in the suburbs too.
It is. Hell, I don't even know how it is working in, not working, but living in the woods. I don't know.
Well, they don't have electricity, so.
I know, no, it'll get there soon. Don't get me wrong. Remember, there were a lot of places where there was no electricity and running water, like AKA Nevada. But there's a lot of places now that's got that going on. So I'm just saying.
Elon Musk?
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, that egghead, he got a lot going on. I'm not going to front. You know what? I want to do my research on him because I want to know, did he come from money or did he make his money?
Yeah.
That makes a difference, okay? Because I know he's making over 6-figure salary, but I want to know, did he start from the bottom and he's here? Or he already came with a gold, what do you call it, a silver spoon in his mouth?
Golden parachute.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And then and then moved on from where he came from.
Well, since we're all over the place anyway, we can definitely, you can research it and we'll plug that in somewhere in our next podcast broadcast.
Did you brought that up? I want to know. Like, did he come from out of nowhere? Or did he come from money?
I'm not sure.
That's where, certain people are like that.
Yeah.
Certain people come from nothing and make a lot, and then there's some people who come from something and make their own money.
True. But we're going to wind down this particular podcast about 6 figures. Try, whether you get a master's, a doctorate, whether you rock them with a bachelor's degree. Keep striving for that job and get yours. Like Laquan said, rise up. Because it's hard living out here.
Yo, it's hard out here for a pimp.
It's hard out here for a pimp, brother.
It's hard, for real.
This is America.
You know what I'm saying? Yo.
Black man, get your money. Black woman, too. Anyway, thanks for listening to us, and we are out.
All right, see ya.